Hello and welcome to Let's Play Spellcasting 101. Now at this point I'm gonna make mention that I'm not it's very tricky to know exactly what to do at this point in regards to beating the game. You're not given any clear objective. So there's a lot to sort of fool around with, a heck of a lot. So bear with me if I get flustered or don't necessarily know where to start and what to do or what to do on my tour. So this is back on actually I think you come with this. What? No, sorry. I think there we go. There's this little map here to help you figure out what's what. So you can look at things on the map. The ivy-covered building to the north of the court houses the school cafeteria. To the east is Melting Wolf Hall. Forms the eastern side of the court. Its imposing walls of huge stones and its crenellated cornice have earned it the nickname the Castle. It is the oldest building on campus, and a profusion of ivy spreads across it. South is Frog Kisser House. Your dormitory fills the southern side of the court. It gets very confusing because there's, in addition to north, south, east, and west, you also have to look at northwest and southwest, which on the map there's the small path you can barely see, and I believe it leads there. Oh wait, that made me go there. Okay, I didn't want to do that, so yeah, let's see. Yeah, so it leads those two spots on the map and this stadium. West of the court lies a colossal stadium. Okay, we can't really look in that direction, so let's go back to that lovely picture. There we go. Let's examine some things. BIP spell is the first thing we got. You've seen one BIP spell. You've seen them all. Okay. How do we get to know? Can I do what is BIP spell? No. Okay, I guess you're gonna learn a bit more about the BIP spell later. Can I read the BIP spell? BIP, produce soft music. Okay, so the BIP spell produces soft music. That's cool. Okay, so I can read them always. Cafeteria, examine the cigarette. Let's examine the cigarette pack. Yeah. Hackers, trademark cigarettes. The official cigarettes of the Sorcerer's Guild. So tasty it's almost magic. And now let's examine that fountain, that lovely fountain you see in the center. The fountain is spouting its usual plume of water. Let's examine the ivy. I said examine. There we go. Examine the ivy that's wrapped around the buildings there. The ivy, lush and green, clings tenaciously to the walls of the buildings. Let's examine the newspaper pile. There are a moderate number of pages left in the pile. A bell rings signifying the start of early afternoon class. Now I'm going to restore so we can get to class on time. But first I'll show you around and stuff. You can see here the time passes with every action. This day is Tuesday. It's 1:05 p.m. Now if you line it up with the schedule I mentioned before, what you find is that we have... We have Mythology 101 starting now. So you go into the location it says in your schedule, and you can attend class, and there can be, things to see that you will see. Let's see. Now I want to take a newspaper. Take a newspaper from the pile. Read newspaper. So you don't get, Eric the Unready, unfortunately. This is the student newspaper, the Sorcerer School. The Sorcerer Source, an old campus joke. The school newspaper is only good for lining chicken coops. Thus the origin of the phrase, what's source for the goose is source for the gander. Blech. There are 4 features you can read. News, arts, sports, and editorials. So if I go read news... Frat stays with controversial band. The Tappa Kega Brew fraternity has announced that a band whose lyrics some find offensive will continue to play at the house's parties for the duration of their week-long contract. The band has particularly outraged certain members of the SU community with their song The Sorcerer's Rap. The song's lyrics, according to one anti-band activist, are raunchy and promote violence against women. The frat brothers defended their decision to retain the band, citing the expense of breaking the contract, the popularity of the band, and the fact they have played at numerous other area colleagues without complaint. President Aaron Snowbunny, upon leaving a faculty meeting on the subject, appealed to both sides to sit down and discuss their differences, and offered to appoint a Blue Ribbon Commission to explore the issues raised by the band's controversial lyrics. Now, I actually don't remember the other sections. Read editorials. Oops. No, I think that's different. Frat should dump band. Tappa Kega Brew should respond to distressed members of the SU community and tell the controversial band they've hired to take their lewd lyrics elsewhere. The band's most famous song, The Sorcerer's Rap, contains verses which would make the most hard-bitten sailor or dockworker blush. Such crudity has no place in an enlightened environment like the SU campus. TKB's reasons for retaining the band's services are transparently thin. A few gold pieces are not worth the distress this band causes. The band's popularity is a subjective judgment, and the fact that the band played other colleges without protest simply indicates the special sensitivity of the SU community. TKB should bite the billet and boot the band. And I apologize if I said that really horribly. Bite the bullet. Art section. Let's re-examine the art section. Blue Demons fever builds. Excitement on campus is swelling as Friday's big concert by the mega-hit group The Blue Demons approaches. The Blue Demons, a septet formed 2 years ago, has spurted to impressive levels of popularity, with monstrously successful songs like I Chewed My Heart Out Over You, Sacrifice Me on the Altar of Your Love, and Use Me, Abuse Me, Turn Me Into a Frog. Your editor has seen the Demons on nearly 20 occasions and can assure you that you don't want to miss this event. The Demons consistently deliver their unique and excellent brand of loud music, cutting-edge choreography, lighting effects, and disembowelment. The concert will be held at Sorcerer Stadium on Friday at 7 p.m. Tickets cost 17 gold pieces and go on sale 2 hours before the concert. Now, I believe you can attend some of these concerts. I don't know if I will, because I don't know if, I don't know if it's worth the time. We'll see. What was the other section of the news? Sports. Yes, the sports section. You can attend sports events as well. Hellhound wrestlers play second in Danderville Open. The SU Piglets have finished an unexpected second in the prestigious Danderville Open, often referred to as the World Cup of Hellhound Wrestling. Team captain Barry Angry Raincloud, class of 38, led the team, scoring a personal high of 372 points, and single-handedly felling the number 2 and number 5 hounds. Angry Raincloud is the third-ranked Hell wrestler amongst all collegiate seniors, and is expected to be a top pick in next month's pro draft. The second-place finish is a dramatic improvement from last year's 9th-place finish, and, although Angry Raincloud will be departing soon, second-year men Mike Bubbly Waters and Icky Stunted Tree should continue to improve, spelling more success for the Hell Wrestlers next season. After that... So that was the newspaper. I like the newspaper Generic the Unready better. But yeah, so there's a notebook we can examine. The notebook is, that's your notebook. The notebook is filled with stars and scribbles and squiggles and doodles and a few drafts of a poem about Lola. Oh, just so you know, if I'm looking at my inventory, you're holding today's paper, a pack of cigarettes, a notebook, a spell book, and a registration form, and you're wearing a cloak. So that's where some of these items are coming from. They're not just lying around. Let's examine the pigeon. Examine pigeon. Pigeons perching about the perimeter make passage periodically perilous. Pigeons perching about the perimeter make passage periodically perilous. Okay, I got that tongue twister down. Examine plaque. The Horace Batguano Memorial Court. Dr. Horace Batguano, President, Sorcerer University, 793 to 817. There we go. So the schedule. So the spell book. Yeah, there's only two things more to look at. So the spell book is where you learn what your spells do. Lebrosco brand, trademark all-purpose spell book. Your level 1 spells, BIP, produce soft music. So I believe all your spells that you learn go in there so you can know what they do. Let's examine the water. The water is clean and sparkling. Okay, so not that much time. I'll try to show you a brief look around. Then next time I think we'll attend that class. So if you were to head north, you end up in the cafeteria. I'm not going to read descriptions right now. Heading north of the cafeteria takes you to Donkey Dung Hall, where you began. You can't go any further north than that. So this Backwater Court is right in the middle. If you head northwest, you head into I Felt a Thigh, which is a fraternity. Now you can head up if you are a member of that or whatnot. Southeast takes you back to Backwater. West takes you to the Sorcerer's Stadium. From there you can go southwest, which takes you to the boat dock. From the boat dock you can go northwest. No, northwest is the President's house. East takes you to Frog Kisser House, which is where you are staying. Heading north of Frog Kisser House takes you back to Backwater Court. Southwest takes you to Tapa Kega Brew, another frat house, and I think that leaves. Wait. That leaves up. If you head upstairs, that is where the head housemaster's suite, where Professor Ticking Clock is, as well as his lovely wife. Heading east goes to your room, which is a mess. Again, we'll explore that a bit more later. Northeast is, yeah, it's gonna get you right into Melting Wolf Hall. It's the same thing if you were to go east from Backwater Court. And then in the hall there's a couple places you can go. You can go down, there's a trapdoor. I'll show you that later. You can head up, which takes you to the library. You can head up one more. Oh no, you can't. You can get a library nymph that way. All this stuff to look forward to, isn't it exciting? And now you can head east, it takes you to the simulation lab. Heading north takes you to the Professor Ticking Clock's office, and southwest takes you back to the Melting Wolf Hall. So I hope that gives you a basic idea of the campus. There might be something I missed, because I wasn't always looking at these up and down arrows, the in and outs and such. So next time we will attend our first class. I believe that was Mythology 101 to look forward to. Flipping pages. So thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.